All right, I'm in the house, y'all. Black Pop. It's the general, y'all. Been trying to, get this internet working. How we doing out there? Black Power. We in the house. To all my family out there, y'all know when y'all want that exclusive General Sarah Soonsetti, y'all niggas go over there to Patreon. General Sarah Soonsetti, check me out. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of exclusive shit popping over there. KingSeti.com online marketplace. You understand what I'm saying? You get them fly African products. You understand what I'm saying? From the general, you know what I'm saying? I know you got something over there you're gonna like. You understand what I'm saying? Let me get comfortable. I'm in the house. I'm in the house. I'm out and about, you know what I'm saying? The goddamn internet and shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to work with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till I get in the crib, you know what I'm saying? So I can get that high power shit popping off. Come on in. I see you niggas out there dancing. I see you. You understand what I'm saying? The general just laying in the trenches, ready to go to work. KingSeti.com, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Y'all niggas check me out. Everything exclusive from the general over there. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Got some like 400 videos over there right now, going up every day. You understand? Soon it's going to be at 5 and 600. And you understand what I'm saying? When I done laid that strong foundation, nigga, I'm going to keep dropping that high power General Sarah Soonsetti so y'all niggas know what it is. Today we deal with the ancient Egyptian temple, mother of the Hindu sanctuary. These is facts. The reason why I got to do this because, too many of our peoples are already latching on to some outsiders of spiritual, decadence, because that's exactly one of thieves. You understand? And you're a thief when you know where the information comes from, but you do not give the source of the information or deny the source of the information when it's put up in your face. You deny, even though it's 1,000% proof. You understand what I'm saying? So we got a lot of niggas out here today Hinduing. You understand? Got a red dot on their goddamn head. You understand? Doing all the chakras and shit. And this, that, and that ain't nothing but a deviance from the original sciences of the Nile Valley. So that's all we do today. We latch on because we don't understand that the original was far greater than anything that, you know what I'm saying, the outsider has been able to produce. Okay? Or, in any way, shape, or form. And that's why we're in the predicaments, because our ancestors have produced the greatest sciences on the planet, have advanced them, to the highest degree. And we still fumbling. You understand what I'm saying? We still fumbling because we do not know ourselves and how great our ancestors and how great we are today. Too many of us listen to the beast and all this misinformation that he put out there. The reason why, you know what I'm saying, that because sometimes you have to show people another way. You can say, okay, the Bible, the Quran, the Hindu scriptures all come from ancient Egypt. And then you put the information, and it's hard. Some people say, oh, well, you can make anything up. We don't know what this say. You know what I'm saying? But when you show the very sacred geometry of the sanctuaries, which is, it's the same all across the world. It does not change. You see what I'm saying? And when you can show that strong evidence, they can say what the fuck they want to. Sacred geometry is right and exact. Mathematics is right and exact. Let me get up here and get something on here. You know what I'm saying? Let me get something on here. Here we go. Here we go. Let me bring this on though. How we looking out there? Okay. Let me bring this on now. Let me take this one out right quick. Okay. Now, let me show you. Let me show you the Hindu temple. There ain't even no Hindu temple. is actually an African temple. See, this is what you're looking at. You see what I'm saying? This is what you're looking at. You're looking, and these is one of the southern temples. You understand what I'm saying? Which, they tried to do a lot of damage to the southern temples because this was where it was heavy in, African population, African science. You see what I'm saying? When you're talking about this, when you go on any continent, the majority of all the civilization start in the South. I don't care whether it's in India. I don't care whether it's in America. I don't care whether it's in Africa. I don't care if it's in Europe. It's always in the South. And so when you go into the southern portions of what we call Asia, you know what I'm saying? Not just India. We're talking about Cambodia. We're talking about Thailand, Burma. We're talking about China. We're talking about, over into the South Pacific, in Indonesia, Australia, and so on and so forth. You understand? It's always deep in the South. And I'm going on General SETI YouTube page, right after this to show the genetic origins. We're looking at the spiritual origin. Now, what's important when you look at the pyramid, which they call the Venema, you understand what I'm saying? That in that area is where you find the Holy of Holies. Okay, so when you come to the front, you know what I'm saying? You see that's the entrance into the temple, the area, you know what I'm saying, which is really a rectangle, which is the sacred oblong, and that's very evident that all sanctuaries on the planet took the sacred oblong, which is a rectangle from ancient Egypt. That's just facts. It's no getting around that. You know what I'm saying? Solomon's temple, the Freemason Masonic temple today is on the sacred oblong. When you look at the Christian cathedral and basilica, it's on the sacred oblong. So that's a rectangle. Okay, it's designed that way. So when you look here, you understand what I'm saying? In the area between the pyramid and the entrance is a colonnade area. If you go in the temple, you see the colonnade, which we see all through, the Egyptian pyramid. You see the colonnade. These is not, just coincidence. You know what I'm saying? The whole world looked to Egypt as the university of the world, the spiritual holy land of the whole world. So you would have, Hindus, you would have, Africans from South, East Asia that would pilgrimage all the way to Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Many of them were allowed to, come into the mystery system because they were Africans. And so when the priesthood, migrated all over the planet, they took much of the sacred geometry, you understand what I'm saying, back to the areas in which they had colonized. So you see here, the Venema, and here is this Holy of Holies. Now, a lot of people don't understand that when you look at the pyramids of Giza and so on and so forth, the temple is in the front of the pyramid. A lot of people don't see and understand that. You understand? And you can see, from, this, you see, this is the hypostyle hall, even though it's enclosed and you can't see it. This is the hypostyle hall. And so when you talk about the Holy of Holies in the Venema, this would be where the king or the queen was buried. That's the Holy of Holies. So again, when you look and bring it down to make it clear, when you look at this with the Venema and the Holy of Holies, the hypostyle hall and the entrance with the temple in front of the pyramid is no different than the pyramids of ancient Egypt, which the mortuary temple is in front of the pyramid. A lot of people don't understand that. So in actuality, this is the same sacred geometry, okay? And you're not going to come up with this, you understand what I'm saying, by coincidence. We got to get over that. You know what I'm saying? But too many people don't, want to respect the Africans for being the masters of all science on the planet. That's just reality. You understand? Even today. So the niggas will come through the back door on the Hindu shit. They'll come through the back door on the Muslim shit. They'll come through the back door on the Christian shit. You understand what I'm saying? So we looking clearly at the sacred geometry. Now, the question becomes, if you took the sacred geometry or the temple layout, what else did you take? Did you take some of the holy scripture? That's, that's too, that's minute. You understand, when you're dealing with this geometry and this architecture, that's on the highest level and the highest degree. So when you see that they have taken even the sacred geometry of not only the temple, but the temple complex. You know what I'm saying? Many of these complexes, you will see an enclosure or a wall around the complex. You see what I'm saying? So even there they have taken. So it's not just the pyramid or the temple, it's the pyramid temple complex, which includes the enclosure. Now, even here, when you look at the basilica, you understand what I'm saying? It's oblong. You can, and so with the Vinama here in Hindu, which is the pyramid, they closer, you know what I'm saying, to the African in being that this is a pyramid, this is actually the same design. You see the oblong here. This is the Christian basilica, and it's no different from the Muslim, because he took his design for the mosque from the Catholics, from the Christians. You understand what I'm saying? So you see in actuality that this is the same design. You see what I'm saying? If you go in here, what you think is in here? That's where the colonnade is at. You see what I'm saying? That's the colonnade. Now here you see the dome, which is nothing but sun worship. You understand? This is nothing but the rising sun, which I'm gonna show when I deal with the Muslims, being, worshipers of the sun. That's facts. You see what I'm saying? So now, when you look here, you see again, you looking at what you call the Hindu shrine. Now they call the colonnade. Now you can see what's inside of here. You understand what I'm saying? I'll bring this one closer so you can see. This is enclosed, but when you look on the inside, they call it the mandapa, right here. And this is the colonnade. And so when you look, this is enclosed, and you will see right here that it's also a colonnade in here. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless. And you come in here and you come into the basilica. This is the nave where you come down. The nave, which is navigate, and you only navigate when you're on the water. You understand what I'm saying? To navigate on the water. You understand what I'm saying? To navigate on the water. And so this is called the nave. Okay, and this is a sacred tradition, you understand, that comes out of the Nile. And this is why you see when you go into the Holy of Holies, you understand what I'm saying? In many of the Egyptian temples, you will see an ark, which is a ship, and you will see the deity on the ark or the ship. You see what I'm saying? And so with many of the ceremonies, the ark of that deity would spiritually be brought down the nave. You understand what I'm saying? Which is symbolically the Nile River. And we'll get into that deeper in just a second. Hold on, folks. Let me get something to drink. You see? So you can see right here that this basilica right here, you understand what I'm saying, is in actuality the same sacred geometry of the pyramid. You see what I'm saying? Don't let them fool you. You understand what I'm saying? We have to break it down for you to see, And so right here, you see again the Vinama. And this is looking, in the same direction. Now, when you see here the Gopuram, this is symbolic of the pylon. Now, I didn't put it in, if you look at Saqqara also has the enclosure. You understand what I'm saying? And when you look, and I'll lay it out in another video, I can't show it all in one video because, I'm supposed to be doing another video in about 10 minutes, which I'm gonna be dealing with another hot topic. You understand what I'm saying? Dealing with another hot topic, dealing with then we're dealing with the genetic origins of the Orientals and the East Indian. So when you see here, when you look again, you see the causeway. Now the causeway is enclosed, but it's the same processional walkway that leads from the beginning of the temple all the way back to the Holy of Holies. So again, the Venema is the Holy of Holies. And then here, the pyramid is the Holy of Holies because this is where the king was laid. This is the same design. Okay, this is the same design. When you come in, like I said, the Guporum is nothing more than the pylon. When you come into Karnak or any temple, you will have a pylon in the beginning. So this is the Guporum. Okay, and then you walk all the way to the back in any temple. You understand, the furthest that you go within the complex is usually where you find the Holy of Holies. Okay, and so again, when you look here at the Hindu temple, again, you're looking in there and you see what? You see the hypostyle hall or the colonnade. You go into the temple of the Egyptians, you also see the colonnade. Now it looks like a lot of people want to think that this is the beginning. When you look at the pyramid, that's not the beginning of the temple. That's the sanctuary. This is up here is actually the beginning. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you come to this, the pylon, I don't want y'all to assume that the pylon takes the place of the pyramid. That's not true. And this is actually the temple that's in front of the pyramid. You see what I'm saying? This is so you will see that, let me get back here. You'll see that it's in actuality, if you put the pyramid back here, and this is the beginning, matter of fact, I could flip this. Let me flip. This is actually how it should be. So when you see it, you will see that this is in actuality, in all reality, the same sacred geometry, the same design. The pyramid acts as this is not. It acts as the Holy of Holies. You know what I'm saying? It acts as the Holy of Holies. It's not the pylon. I need to take that back. Holy. It acts as the Holy of Holies. Let me take that on out. It don't act as the pylon. Okay, it don't act as the pylon. I put that in there, but I was moving fast. Okay, again, showing you that this is the beginning right here, and so the pylon would actually be up here. You see what I'm saying? So as you come through the pylon, you will come into the colonnade or the hypostyle hall, which is right here. And as you keep going deeper into the temple, you will come to the pyramid. As you would come right here, you come into the group. You come into the entrance, which is right here. You come into the colonnade, and then you come to the pyramid. You come in here, you come into the colonnade, then you go into the pyramid. Now, this is the Guporum right here. This acts as a pylon, but you can have more than one pylon in a temple. You understand what I'm saying? You can have many pylons, which is entrances that take you deeper and deeper into the temple. If you go to Karnak, you can have about 5, 6, matter of fact, had over 10 pylons. You see what I'm saying? Had over 10 pylons. Okay, so again, when we talk, let me come back up. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. I'm giving you a brief, look at what it is. When you come into, a Holy of Holies, it leads down the colonnade. So when you come in here, this is the colonnade, the oblong, which is the long extension from here, the tower, to the dome. This is a colonnade. You see what I'm saying? And so this is the colonnade, and down here where you see the sun shining through the window, that right there is the Holy of Holies. Okay, that right there is the Holy of Holies. Okay, now even the what you call the obelisk, and so they even have that in the Hindu temple. They even borrowed that. They call it a Shambhala. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you that. Or Shamba, okay, is used to denote pillar or column in the, you know what I'm saying? And it's right there in front of the temple, no less than the minaret. You understand what I'm saying? No less than the minaret. You know, and so again, you got the stamba, okay, which is really the obelisk in front of the Hindu temple. You got the mandapa, which is the beginning. You come in the temple, you got your colonnade, and then you come into the Venema, which is the tower. You know what I'm saying? And right there you will find the Holy of Holies, because you see right there Sanctum Sanctorum, okay, which is under the Venema, okay, which is the pyramid. So when you come to the pyramid in the ancient Egyptian, you understand what I'm saying? You will see that that's where the king is buried, and in that instance, that's the Holy of Holies. You see? And so the thing is, if they took that much, you understand what I'm saying, of the Egyptian temple, you know, what else did they take? You know what I'm saying? If you see that they took the temple design, and they took the temple complex design, it's nothing to assume that they took also the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? That they also took the scripture. So you see right here the what? You see the tekken or the obelisk in front of the Egyptian temple. Then you see the stamba, you understand, right there in front of the Hindu temple. This is right in exact. You know what I'm saying? No different than you see many of the obelisks that the Romans have taken. You know, as many times they just, you know, design it right into the Christian churches today. You understand? You might not understand it until somebody break it down to you and show you. You know what I'm saying? But they design it right on into the design of the church today. Now, this is also the mandapa. You see what? The colonnades that lead to what? The Holy of Holies. Okay, the Holy of Holies. Then you come down another mandapa. You see the colonnade, and then it leads what? To the Holy of Holies. Then you come into the Egyptian temple. This is that Abu symbol. You see what? You see the colonnade. What? It leads to the Holy of Holies. Okay? This is too evident. Okay? This right here is too evident. You know, we don't even have to play no games with it. So if I'm the ancient master of all technology and architecture, what the hell I look like going to get, you know what I'm saying, or come behind the student when I'm the actual master? See, that's how I know people don't know what the hell they talking about. If you the master, it's never appropriate to play the role of the student. That's not, you know, and even though we are all students to a certain, but we master many of these. And so we're not going to come behind the Hindu, because though those are our people, they were students to the Nile Valley. They were never the masters at all. They never reached the heights of ancient Egypt at all, on no level. And you know, in many respects, India is a very great civilization, and it's our people's civilization. But that just show you, you know how great ancient Egypt was, to where it even, you know what I'm saying, it shadows over all other civilizations on the planet. So when you put them right next to each other, there's no doubt this is the same sacred geometry. When you talking about the Akra, the god of the horizon, the two lions that you see in front of the temple of Aset at Philae. You see what I'm saying? And then you know, this is in Sudan. You know what I'm saying? And then you come into the Karnak, And that's very, that's not no coincidence that you got Karnak and then you got Kornak. And I was dealing with many word similarities between Asia and Africa. You know what I'm saying? I was dealing with Shanghai and I was dealing with Songhai. I was dealing with the different Askia and Askoa, and many other. Nandi, which is the sacred bull of India, and then you got Nandi, which is the mother of Shaka Zulu. And so you see that there's not just a couple words. You understand? There is hundreds of words, sacred and very similar in all respects between the languages of Africa and Asia. So you see again, this is another aspect that is not a coincidence. You understand what I'm saying? That you have, and the lion is an indigenous African animal. You see what I'm saying? Here you see Hereru. You understand what I'm saying? Here you see Hereru, and then you see Nandi, or better yet, the sacred cow of India. You see what I'm saying? And how is it that in those two particular civilizations, that you will have particular animals between different communities, and they hold sacred, but between Africa and India, the cow was most sacred. You understand? Was most sacred to the point that it was sacrilegious to even defile a cow. You know what I'm saying? In both nations, and to the point that if you even made a mistake, especially those that have been, specially identified for, spiritual, purposes, that if you made a mistake and killed a hawk, you was put to death. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't allowed for you, the people. So many of these animals, they held sacred. So you see the cow or the worship of Hereru, not just Hereru, the Apis. You know what I'm saying? You see the Apis, and you see here Krishna. You see which very is Heru in the Hindu pantheon. You see what I'm saying? Heru in the Hindu pantheon. And so this is Nandi, and the reason why I put Nandi in there, because Nandi is many times located outside of the Hindu temple. So you will see a large statue to the god Nandi, and that is a bull. So that's symbolically the Apis bull right outside of the Hindu temple. And you also see this is a mandapa. You know what I'm saying? So you see, not just one or two instances where the Egyptian and the Hindu temple converge, but on many levels. You see, so here you see the Apis, here you see Nandi. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the three-headed lion, which they got from Naga, Sudan. You understand what I'm saying? A symbol that they got from Naga, Sudan. Now, in Naga, Sudan, you understand that that's the worship of a Patamat. And on that, on that temple in Sudan, you will see the three-headed lion, on the wall. And you can come right to India, where you see a skull symbol was the three-headed lion. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. That's a very sacred and symbolic temple. You understand what I'm saying? A very sacred and symbolic, sacred symbol of the African people. And there's a very deep, deep meaning behind that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not just going by coincidence have this sacred symbol that you could clearly see in the Sudan on the Naga temple, and then come all the way to India, and again, a Skoa, a Skia. You understand what I'm saying? You understand that this is an African presence that's in India, that it came directly from the Nile Valley. I can show you here. You understand what I'm saying? show you here again the sacred colonnade of a Skoa. You see the sun over his head, the symbolic sun worship. You know what I'm saying? And then you come here, and also at the Naga Sudan, you see the training of the elephant. You understand? For war and all other areas of, social, cultural design, as far, pulling blocks and so on and so forth. So they train the lion here, just like they train the elephant here and the lion, both at these temples. You see what I'm saying? So you see the three-headed elephant, which is symbolic in many instances to the three-headed lion of Apatamak. So family, and to end here, in dealing, and I'm gonna deal deeper with it on my Patreon page, as I can only give you so much in this space and time, but I made it very clear that the sacred design of many of the, especially the southern temples. You see what I'm saying? Especially the southern temples. You know what I'm saying? Especially the southern temples. Those were very, African in origin. You see what I'm saying? And so, it was a lot of destruction in that area, where they tried to wipe. But in that area, you see them mostly in stone. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you go up north, they become more modern, still got the pyramid in many instances, but they not dealing with that stone as heavy. You see what I'm saying? So most definitely, this is us. And like I said, I'm going to deal with it much deeper. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get back on the scene and touch people because, we out here playing games. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow behind the student. I show you what's the African in that, but I don't come behind the students of our ancestors thinking I'm at the top of the game. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Those people have never respected our ancestors. And as I deal with the genetic proof that the Orientals and the Eastern Indian is not indigenous to Southern Asia at all. They over there committing genocide on our people. Nobody's answering to that. So, we're not going to be friends at all because a lot of it has been co-opted from the Africans that lived in those regions. You understand? They're committing genocide over there, and people see we don't understand that because we're not global in, our approach. You understand what I'm saying? We're not global. We're not looking at the news and understanding what's going on. So they over there wiping out many, just like you see in Tasmania. I see that, Papua New Guinea is having, problems. The Adamine Islands, and that just to show, they didn't went over there. Them people been over there. Our people been over there for damn near a million years. They're one of the oldest races in Asia. You understand what I'm saying? And so they want the land from our people. And so they over there committing side, putting all type of poison on the land and, giving them cigarettes and liquor and shit and everything else. And so, they beginning to dwindle and, and become, infected with the Western way until it's wiping them out because they've never really even dealt with that type of fucking, that poison. And so, this is where we at today. You know what I'm saying? But stay with me because, and I think, within a couple of days, I'm going to have a full lecture on, the Egyptian, the ancient Egyptian temple, mother of all sanctuaries. And I'll lay it out for you, in a much, broader sense so that you can see that. See, we fucking with sacred geometry. We ain't playing no games. You know what I'm saying? We not playing no games at all. So family, get right black with me. I'm about to come right black on with the genetic origins. We're going to continue down and then, meet with me, in about 30 minutes after that. I'm going over on General Cyrus Seti, and we're going to show that the Muslim is nothing but a worshiper of the ancient Egyptian deity system. You understand what I'm saying? Hiding behind some fake deity named Allah. We cannot, let them off the hook. We cannot let them off the hook because they have committed genocide on our culture and on our people. And so some of us got to stand on the front line. We cannot dance with the beast. You understand what I'm saying? We got to look the beast in his eye. We're going to have to deal with it. So family, come right black. Y'all know what it is. KingSeti.com, GeneralSeti.com. Patreon, General Sarasu and Seti. Make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the back. I'm watching all things. I'm the soul controller. And when I'm ready to put that fire and, that rapid fire back in effect, you know how I do. So be back here in 2-3 minutes and I'm black on, family. Black pop.